Good afternoon. Do y'all ever find that you're spending so much time building something up, building your business, building your physique, cleaning your house, just to notice that it all gets torn down right back to where you were at the beginning? Well, in today's video, I'm gonna explain why that actually happens and how to stop it. So, many times, especially when I first started out doing lead generation, I would be spending a ton of time, doing all my cold outreach, creating the content that I needed to create, building things out, building processes, booking meetings, closing clients, and then I would just let it all slip away, let it all go. And I kept doing it over and over and over again. Get a $5,000 a month, go back to $2,000 a month. Oh, get another $5,000 a month. Okay, maybe back to $1,000 a month. It's really panic time. Gotta go at it. Gotta go after it. Get more clients. It's a cycle again and again and again. And it's not just with business. Even in my case with my physique, I would spend so much time really taking careful consideration to what I was eating, my diet, making sure I was getting enough cardio, weightlifting, just getting really physique, and I'd start to get more fit and make progress, and it'd be awesome. And then I would just slack off, not go to the gym for 5 days, eat a bunch of ice cream, do nothing, and I would be back to it, pudgy again, 3-5 days later, a week later. And these cycles would repeat over and over again, especially with the house, and having things organized, like going in and making sure that I responded to all my cold outreach, for example, making sure the responses are all handled. I'm hitting consistently 50 cold outreach per day, and the next week, nothing. Neglecting the inbox, no responses, no answers. I'm telling y'all, this happens over and over again. And I know I'm not the only one that deals with this. I know that you watching right now can probably relate to a lot of what I just said. Even if it's not in the areas that I'm describing particularly, it can come down to maybe your relationship being good and then being bad, or any other thing to where you have the ability to perform better and then you perform worse, right? So with that being said, I know why this happens, and I've intuitively known it for a long time, but after watching content from Sam Ovens and talking with my wife and really kind of diving more into it, I've started to realize exactly why this happens. And it's self-sabotage, it's destruction. Ultimately, it's fearing change, wanting to be comfortable, because I could spend so much time getting $5,000 in a month, and I continue that momentum up, but I have to deal with the responsibility of making more money, taking on responsibility, serving more clients. What if I don't deliver the best results because I'm serving too many? I spread myself too thin. I won't have as much free time as I did before, right? Or what happens whenever my physique gets better, right? I feel more confident. I'm able to perform and communicate better. That means that I have to, right? Like there's fear of change, fear of success, fear of failure. It stops you. And this is what I've talked about before in the past in regards to your container. Your body and your mind will only let you go so far before it tries to pull you back down to the ground, before it tries to pull you back to your bare minimum. And it may be below where you're comfortable, right? But you'll notice it'll never go below a certain point. Like there's never been a point where I haven't been able to pay rent, for example. It's gotten very close to that, for sure. Right? There's never been a point where a few times in the past where I've gained a bunch of weight, like 100 pounds, right? It's been like maybe 20 max and then losing it again, right? There's never been a point where, my cold outreach was just miserable, sitting there for months, not even a single response. I'd always come back and do it and get back on track. So there's certain peaks, but there's also certain lows, and you're not going to go past either. At least with your current state, with your current being, with your container, how your body will allow you to actually handle that. And this cycle is vicious. it's terrible. It's awful. Like, you build up so much momentum, you're feeling so positive, so great, you see the future, you see the potential, and then you just neglect everything, avoid everything, procrastinate endlessly, go play games, go out drinking with friends, and it comes all back down to the bottom. To where then you have to kick it back into gear, you're super motivated, and you're building that momentum up again. It's an endless cycle. Now, Gary, you might be asking, like, how do you break free? You've explained it. Like, how do you get out of this? I want to be done with it. Well, that's something for me that I'm personally still working on myself, but I know the answer, right? Even this weekend, I started to get comfortable, right? I had close clients. I had a comfortable, good amount of income. I had velocity. Things are moving the right direction, and I started to get a little complacent. I noticed I started to neglect, cold outreach over the past week. I started to kind of just feel bad and feel scared. I didn't want to get up and do things. I was fine how things were. I didn't want things to change anymore. And it's not like I'm thinking these thoughts consciously, they're subconscious. And so what I've realized, the secret is to break past that peak, to break through that ceiling, is to face the resistance and the pain that comes to you when you reach it. Like I said, when I noticed that I would reach $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, I feel more comfortable, more relaxed. I didn't want to do anything more. I didn't want to grow any bigger. There's pain involved with actually showing up and continuing to do the work, continuing to build momentum, filming a VSL, which I've been putting together, which I'm very, very excited for, right? Creating a new masterclass that I'll talk about here actually a little bit later in the video. Creating new courses for a new group program. It's a lot of work. I don't want to, I'm biting off more than I can chew. I can't do it. I should just sleep in. I should just relax. Everything will come together. I don't have to work. I can just get more business. I'll get more money. These are the thoughts that I was telling myself. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And so what I've noticed is that, and the ways I've actually been progressing past that, is facing the pain. It was uncomfortable to get up this morning. It was uncomfortable to get in this ice bath, right? I didn't do it first thing in the morning, but I'm here now. It was uncomfortable to film, multiple tries at my VSL. It's uncomfortable to put together a course. It's uncomfortable to have to reach out to people and let people know about a new offering, about a new masterclass, That's uncomfortable. I've never really done that before, right? It's the first time I'd be running a live event. Ton of discomfort around that, but I'm doing it. But I'm moving forward. I'm making it happen, even when it's painful. You have to resist the urge to avoid. You have to resist the urge to neglect. You have to resist the urge to not let yourself become the best version of yourself possible and continue to grow and improve. And I'm telling you, on the note of a VSL, right, like a video sales letter, your mind is going to write that best scripted video sales letter possible to get you to stay in bed, to get you to have the ice cream, to get you to play video games, to get you to spend time with your friends. Like, oh, you've done so great. You deserve it, right? You deserve a couple weeks off, right? You deserve the sweets, man. It's a reward. That's amazing. That's great. You deserve it. Go you. It'll help you perform better. Your mind knows exactly what it needs to say to get you to avoid and neglect and revert back to that desperate, scarce situation. And so what I want you to do when you start to build up that fantastic momentum, you're moving towards that success. Don't kill it. Notice the resistance that you're facing. Face it. Face it head on. Stare it right in the eyes and do the work anyways. Don't listen to yourself. I promise you're going to be telling yourself, you can do this, you can do that. Keep doing what you've been doing. Keep doing what's been working. Stay true to executing on those select few tasks. You know what they are. Stay true on executing and moving towards your goals. And that is how you reach success. It is seriously that simple. So whether it be you're creating your high ticket offering, you're going out there and you're doing outreach, you're creating content, doing sales, keep doing it. Keep making progress. When you face the most pain and discomfort and you do it anyways, that is when you grow the most. And so break free of this high and low cycle, endless cycle. Break free. And of course, you're gonna make mistakes. You might make a lot of progress and then fall back a little bit. But you'll notice is that you have a new low. Your new low was your high last month, right? And if you keep making that at a long-term scale, you're only going to be up on an upwards trajectory, even if the up and down in the micro scale looks very sporadic. You just have to keep making yourself uncomfortable and showing up and doing the work. With that being said, I really hope you all enjoyed this video. It's been a blast hopping in here today. Now, this is a really exciting topic because it's something I've been dealing with for a long time. And every time you get a new answer and make a new progress, that's just super exciting, right? With that being said, on the note of the masterclass I was talking about earlier, so I'm going to be running a free live masterclass. I'm calling it 5-Figure Foundations. That's going to be taking place on April 23rd, 2024 at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm actually going to be leaving a link in this video. I am moving some things around right now, moving over to Wix from ClickFunnels actually. So my domain may take a few days to transfer. So you might click on it, you might not see anything, but it'll be there if you want to come back to the video. And I'll definitely be talking about it a lot more here in the upcoming videos, but really excited for it. I'm wanting to break down the absolute bare bones fundamentals of how to create a successful high ticket offer and reach 5 figures as simply as possible as I know how to explain. And there's a big saying that's been at the core of a lot of this recently is Occam's razor, where it's the simplest explanation is almost always the best. And being able to break it down at a very simple level to be understood, to be actually grasped it and have the ability to take action is going to be my objective with this masterclass. With that being said, I look forward to seeing you all there, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Take care.